we can actually see that white vertical line flashing just to the left of the crosshairs. Right there YouTubers, it's Canonia here with another video, and if you like this channel, it's all about air rifles and we do technology reviews as well. Please smash the like button, subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about a laser rangefinder that works in day and night. Now, I've done a very similar video like this sometime last year on the camouflage Boblov version, and that was an extremely good unit and I loved it, but there was just one slight problem with it. You could only mount it on top of your scope. Basically, it just sat on top of your scope, and that's the only way you could do it. Now, if you've got a scope like an ATN X-Sight, there is no way that you can mount on top of that. And if you've got some other night equipment with the big screens on them, it gets very difficult to mount those on. So what this version does, and this is by Laserworks as well, and it's the LE-032. It actually has mounting points on the left, the right and the bottom. So you can actually mount it on top of your scope, to the left of your scope or to the right of your scope. Now you still need to have a Picatinny mount to put it on. Now luckily with the ATN X-Sight there is a Picatinny on the side, and that's normally where you put your IR torch, but I've slung my IR torch underneath. So that is absolutely perfect for me. But if you don't have a Picatinny, then what you're going to need, and again I'll leave links down in the Amazon description, we'll see if we can get that in focus, but basically it's a scope ring with a Picatinny mount on it like so. So you can pop that onto your scope, and then you can just spin it to the left, to the right, or vertical if you want it on top, and then you can basically just fit the unit on there, and that's it. So how does it all work? You know, last time I did this video, a lot of people saying, how does it work, Steve? How does it work? Well, it's quite simple. What you do is you put it on, and this little bracket here, let's see if we can, again, I'll leave some pictures, but you can just about make this bracket out. Hopefully I've got that in focus. There's a bracket on here, that's the Picatinny bracket. Now that actually has a windage, and it has elevation screws on it, so you can actually move the laser rangefinder. So what you actually do is you set your scope up and you move the rangefinder to align with the crosshairs of your scope. So basically, as soon as you pick your rifle up and you look down through your rifle scope and you look at your crosshairs and you press the little rat tail on the rangefinder, it is pointing where your scope is pointing, therefore you're rangefinding. So that's great in day. The beauty of it, laser rangefinders work at night as well. The only problem we have is we can't see what we're looking at. But if you've got night equipment, like the ATN or any other night equipment that you've got, and the laser rangefinder is pointing where your scope is pointing, guess what? It's going to work, and it works brilliantly, absolutely brilliantly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off, and then we'll just walk you through how the unit actually operates and what you get in the package and everything like that. And then what we'll do is probably we'll take it outside at night time and give it a go. Okay, so I've taken the unit off, so I'm just going to walk you through it. At the front here, what we've got, let's get it the right way round. At the front here, we've got the outgoing laser and the incoming laser sensors, basically. So it fires the laser out and it receives it back out. Obviously, it knows how fast laser goes, the speed of light. It knows how long it took to come back. That's how it works out the distance. Now, this unit will actually measure quite happily in meters or in yards. So at the back end of it here is your actual display with a rat tail. If you press and hold it, the unit will come on. And then if you press and hold again, it will switch off, and if you single press it, it'll actually start the laser ranging on it. There is a mode button here that allows you to switch between yards and meters and other functions on it as well. And this unit actually has 4 different features in it. It will do your standard ranging. When you press the button, it will just keep pinging, it will keep updating, telling you the range that it's pointing at. It will also do what's called horizontal distance, which is basically straight line distance with elevation as well. So it actually even tells you the angle because it's got like a spirit level in it, which apparently is really good for crossbows. People use these for crossbows and for bow and arrows. Archery. I didn't even know you could do that, but apparently so. It also has a fog mode, which sort of works. You know, as with all rangefinders, moisture in the air sort of scatters the laser light. So what this tries to do, it fires out more and tries to give you an average. But it's got that mode, and it also does speed as well. So you can actually point it at something and see how fast it's moving as well. And that'll do it in miles per hour and kilometers per hour. So it's all nice little simple features in there. But generally, what you'll use it for, especially on air rifles, is just the ranging mode, where you just press it, let it constantly scan. When you finish, just press and hold, and it'll switch off. At the top here, we have a battery compartment, and the battery lasts absolutely ages in these things. And we also have some plastic, I don't know if you can just about make them out, some plastic sighting rings. So that helps you align it up. So it can be a bit difficult lining this up, but I'll talk you through an easy way of doing it, especially if you're getting one of these for night equipment. It is dead easy to do it. And then what makes this different to the other one that I looked at before is on 3 of the sides, I don't know if we can make that out, just there, we can see there's some Allen blanking screws there. And there's some on the left, the right, and the bottom. You can take them out, and then basically the actual Picatinny unit itself, and I remember I said this is Picatinny, has 2 mounting screws, and you can actually take this whole unit, this whole Picatinny unit off, which has the windage and the elevation adjustments, and put it on the left, the right, or the bottom, so that you can mount this in whichever simple way that you want. Really, really very light unit as well. All comes in a nice little box, and like I said, this is one by Laserworks. You know, nice and quick, arrived promptly for me. Again, I'll leave the links down below. They even give you some M3 sticky tape, so you can stick this to your rifle, the rat tail on there. There's an Allen key in it, and a 1-page instruction sheet. Dead simple, really, really simple. But like I said, if you're going to use one of these and you haven't got Picatinny, then you will definitely need one of these scope rings with Picatinny on it to do that. So that's just a quick overview of the actual unit. Really light, nice and black, nice and stealthy. Really, really cool little unit. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take it outside, and it's got dark now, and we'll put it on the rifle, and I'll show you how simple it is to set it up and how it actually works. And I'm going to use the footage out the ATN X-Sight, so the sound quality might not be great. I might actually try and dub some other sound out from my video camera while we're doing it, but we'll see how we go. We'll be right back. Right guys, we're outside. I've got the Sony AX53 camera sat there in night mode, so you can see me. I've got my ATN. I have my IR on the front, which has probably just blinded the camera, and we've got the laser rangefinder attached on the side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to actually line this all up, and the beauty of the laser rangefinder is that the IR of night equipment will actually see the laser flashing, which makes it really easy to line up to your crosshairs. So what I'm going to do now is we're literally just going to switch the laser rangefinder on. I'm recording on the ATN as well, so hopefully we can just come through and look. So I'm going to go down, point down to the bottom of the garden, and I know there's some trees down there, and I know they're roughly 20 or so meters from where I'm sat. And I'm now just going to press and switch the laser unit on, and then I'm just going to press it again, and it's now in constant scanning mode. And if Abby just pans the camera down to the bottom of the garden there, you could probably make out that flashing that's happening. And if we look at the ATN footage, we can actually see that white vertical line flashing just to the left of the crosshairs. So I'm actually just out of line. So all I'm going to do now is I'm just going to play with the windage and the elevation turrets, adjusters on the Picatinny mount. And I'm just turning them, and I'm bringing that laser line into the centre. Dead easy. And there we go. Right, so now wherever I look, so that is now reading 21 meters, perfect. And if we just pan down further down the bottom of the garden, we're down at nearly 30 odd meters down there. We go up into the tree lines. Yeah, we'll go further up into the trees there. Yeah, all working absolutely perfectly. So, absolutely dead simple, and that is really the best way I found to set this up, to line it all up. Just get any camera, just borrow one off someone if you've not gone, that's got a night mode in it that will actually see infrared. Mobile phones, some of them do that as well. Line it all up. So it's basically put the unit on, use the plastic sighting guides on it just to get it roughly right, and then literally just get out at night and just watch where the laser's pointing out. It's either that or you have to trial and error it in daytime, and yeah, it gets a bit more difficult, but once it's done, and it doesn't move, and it's just absolutely perfect. So now I'm out night shooting. All I've got to do is just pick my rifle up, I look down, I press my little rat tail, and then I've got a perfect range as to where it is that I'm shooting. And I don't even need to see it, the night sight's doing it all for me. So let's get back inside and let's have a conclusion. So, pretty cool, isn't it? I think it's absolutely amazing. My Bob Love one was brilliant, the video I did before. It's exactly the same, but I couldn't mount it to the side. Well, not without some weird and wonderful contraptions to do it. So this one I am keeping. This is mine. I brought this, so this is mine. So yeah, really cool little rangefinder. Perfect for you guys out there that want to do day or more particularly night range finding. If you're out hunting at night, you're looking out for the rats, or you're out doing a bit of patrolling and you're trying to get those night bunnies. Absolutely brilliant, invaluable, because we all know how important it is to get your range right when shooting with air rifles. So overall, I can't find anything wrong with this. I just love it. Some people do complain a little bit that this rat tail is maybe a little bit too thin. Just be careful with it. Basically, I just tuck this away in part of the rifle, just stick it on and it's there, and it's absolutely wonderful. I've had no problems with it whatsoever. So anyway, as always, leave me some comments. What do you think of this bad boy? Have you got one? How do you mount it? What's your impressions of it? What's your thoughts and views on it as well? Leave me in the comments down below. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I'm leaving some links up here for you. Hit the subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, give me a thumbs down. Check out the other videos. I'll leave some links here as well for you, and we'll catch you on the next video. So bye.